Here's a real good word problem with fractions and mixed numbers. Go ahead and pause the video at this time to read the problem to yourself. It's asking how many uniforms can be made if you have this much fabric total, and each uniform requires this many yards. So in order to figure out each uniform, how many people we can make uniforms for, we're going to have to divide. So that would be 131 3/4 divided by 3 7/8. We have two problems here. The first problem is we're dividing with fractions. The next problem is we have mixed numbers. We can't divide or multiply or really do anything productive with mixed numbers. Plus, they're not on the EOC. If you type in your answer as a mixed number, it'll come back being totally wrong. It'll look like an improper fraction. So we have to try to avoid mixed numbers anyways. So I'm going to change both of these into improper fractions. This one, since our fraction is over 4, the number is going to be over 4. And the second one, since our fraction is over 8, it's going to be over 8. See, 8 is our denominator over here. So in order to find the number that goes on top, we're going to do 4 times 131 in our calculator. So always multiply the denominator by the large number. And then we're going to add 3. So that gives us 527. You do that anytime you want to convert a mixed number to an improper fraction. So we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to do 8 times 3, which is 24. 24 plus 7 is 31. So 31 goes on top. So we did 8 times 3 is 24, plus 7 is 31. Whenever we divide fractions, well, we really can't divide by fractions. The only way we can do it is by using something we like to refer to as keep, change, flip. Keep the first fraction, change the sign, flip the second fraction. So this is the equivalent of having 527 over 4 times 8 over 31. So I'm going to show you a little trick called cross-cancelization. In order to cross-cancel, you have to see how many times some of these numbers can divide into others. For instance, I know in my head that 4 can divide into 8 twice. So this 4 becomes a 1, because 4 divided by 4 is 1. And 8 divided by 4 is 2, so that becomes a 2. I'm going to check these other ones. I'm going to try dividing 527 by 31. So if I divide it by 31, this actually turns into a 17. And 31 divided by 31 is 1. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to multiply the top numbers, multiply the bottom numbers. That's going to get me 34 over 1, or just 34. So the answer is 34 uniforms can be made with this many yards of fabric.